Wilfred meets his neighbor. This is a story about a frog, but not just any frog. This is about my friend Wilfred, the most curious little frog who loves to get in all sorts of adventures. One day, Wilfred looked out of his window. He saw that a new neighbor was moving into the house next door. He decided to be a good little frog and go say hi to his new neighbor. Wilfred ran up to his new neighbor, who was wearing sunglasses and carrying a red and white stick. "Hi!" he cried out with excitement. Wilfred's neighbor was surprised and turned suddenly. When he turned, he tripped and fell backwards. And as he fell, his sunglasses came off and his eyeball popped out. Wilfred screamed and ran back to his house. He was scared. As he slammed the front door shut, his mom asked, "Wilfred, what's wrong, dear?" Wilfred told his mother what had happened. Wilfred's mother pulled him into her arms and gave him a big hug. She said, "Shh, it's okay. Mr. Barlow is blind. He had an accident while he was in the military and lost both of his eyes. The doctors were nice enough to give him new ones. Sometimes people need to receive new body parts when something happens, but that doesn't change who they are." Wilfred sat at the table eating a cookie. "What kind of body parts?" Wilfred asked. "All sorts. Arms, legs, feet, eyes. But that's not the important part. What's important is that we understand that the person is still just like you and me." Wilfred sat and thought for a moment. Then he smiled at his mom and said, "I want to go try to say hi again, but this time I'll be more careful." Wilfred ran outside and saw Mr. Barlow sitting on his porch. But what caught his attention was that Mr. Barlow was using a laptop. "How can he do that?" thought Wilfred to himself. Wilfred approached Mr. Barlow and said, "Hi, I'm Wilfred." Mr. Barlow turned his head towards Wilfred and said, "Why, hello. I'm sorry if I scared you earlier." Wilfred replied, "I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to make you trip." Mr. Barlow smiled as Wilfred came closer and asked, "Is that a laptop? How do you use that? You can't see the screen." Mr. Barlow said, "Ah, that's a neat little trick. You want to know how it works?" "Yes, please," exclaimed Wilfred. Mr. Barlow explained, "Do you see this strange keyboard here on the front of my laptop? Those bumps are called Braille. They help me type. I can feel the bumps with my fingers to know what I've typed on screen." Wilfred looked at the keyboard in amazement. Mr. Barlow then said, "When someone designs a website or an application so that people with disabilities can use it, that's called accessibility. This means that they make it so I can use my special keyboard or use a program called a screen reader to read the page to me." Wilfred's eyes got big as Mr. Barlow pressed a button on his laptop and the computer began reading the webpage out loud. "That's amazing," said Wilfred. "Yes, it is," said Mr. Barlow. "I can also use the reader to listen to books. But not everybody designs websites in an accessible way. And when they don't include accessibility, then people like me feel left out from everybody else." Wilfred thought about this for a moment. It's not nice to leave anyone out. As he stood there looking at Mr. Barlow, Wilfred had an idea. "Mr. Barlow, I'll be your friend so you never feel left out ever." Mr. Barlow smiled and said, "I like the sound of that," as he kneeled down and gave Wilfred a hug. The end.